On the 9th of July, violence broke out in KwaZulu-Natal after former President Jacob Zuma was sentenced to 15 months imprisonment for contempt of court. This sparked widespread protests in the province, with trucks being burnt on the N3 and N2 highways. The unrest spread to the economic hub Gauteng, with the damages estimated at around 50 billion rand. The looting saw 200 shopping centres, 300 shops, 1,400 ATMs damaged, with hundreds more vandalised and burnt during this period. When Zuma began his sentence, social media posts encouraging protests and looting began circulating. Police were outnumbered as the crowds grew and businesses were attacked.
Everything, they just loot, they just open wherever they can, they just take everything. So, yeah, it's a mess, it's a mess.
This is absolutely devastating here. Someone has just been beaten to the ground here. It seems now there's a scuffle between. It seems now there's a scuffle between. Careful, let's move towards this direction. Seems to be a scuffle now between the residents who don't want the looting to continue here.
I don't know why they're taking our jobs from us. Our children will be hungry while theirs will eat.
They want us to be like them. They want us to stay in the township.
The presidency said at the time that the unrest were orchestrated, instigated and planned.
At the time when these incidents happened during July, there was loads of communication from government. The president referred to an insurrection. So South Africans were all alarmed about the seriousness of the crisis behind the violence. And we were told at the time, I think 12 people were identified, some of them were arrested. And then it all went quiet.
Law enforcement agents began hunting for those they believed were responsible. To date, over 8,000 dockets have been registered, with almost 5,000 arrests made. However, many of these dockets are still under investigation.
As the Gauteng Local Division, which is in the south of Gauteng, we registered 7 cases against alleged instigators, and they are mostly charged with incitement to commit public violence. 2 of them appear in Roodepoort. We have 2 that are appearing in Randburg. Another one is appearing in Boysens. There's also a case in Western area, and one is in Germiston. Most of those cases are not yet finalized. They were postponed for further investigations. So, investigations are not yet concluded.
Among those arrested are some political and social media figures who were nabbed after posts were created or disseminated by them. ANC regional organizer in Sedibeng, Themba Mnisi, is alleged to have been one of the instigators after he created a WhatsApp group with over 200 participants. ANC West Rand Regional Secretary Clarence Imoneni Tabane is facing charges of incitement to commit public violence. Patriotic Alliance mayoral candidate Bruce Nimohout, along with advocate Ike Khumalo, also face similar charges. Former Ikhozi FM host Ngizwe Mkunu was arrested after he allegedly created video clips inciting violence. While these arrests have been made, experts say the main orchestrators have not been arrested.
What I find strange about the arrest investigations is that there are no senior people who have been accused of anything. So the people who have been, who are currently being prosecuted, a lot of them, instigated violence on social media. But I would be interested to see whether there are other more senior people who were involved in planning this violence.
So it's about 5 months down the line, 4 or 5 months down the line. So we want to know, what's happening. Are you still at risk of an insurrection? Because there were some saying that those behind whatever happened in July, if they are not exposed and prosecuted, that they may seek that opportunity to continue.
With little communication from law authorities, it's hard to ascertain whether the threats the country faced have been quelled or if there could be a resurgence in the future. Hasina Gori, SABC News, Johannesburg.